KO debate series. We lit tonight. Y'all come through, man. Y'all know how we gonna show up and show out. See y'all all in the building.
Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy KO, Knockout 86, KO 86, Knockout Boxing, whatever you want to call me. I'm here, I'm live, we back. Welcome to another episode of the Morning After Show. Sorry that we're running a little late this morning, but I got the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network with me. I'm going to bring them up. Before I do, let me just say good morning to everybody in the building. Y'all know what usually go by and say what's up to y'all person by person. But for the sake of getting through as much as we can for our morning show today, I just want to say really quickly, what's up to everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Please smash the like button as you come in. Donate to the channel. Hit the Cash App for us. The Cash App is $ Knockout Boxing 86. And for KQ, it is right there. It is the $275 KQKC. So please hit that like button. Please donate to the channel. You can hit that super chat button right there where you're leaving a comment right now. KQ, what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm hanging in there, brother. How you doing, man? Long night. I'm boxing.
I'm doing good.
Yes, sir. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, man. I'm doing good as well. Good weekend of boxing. Some big topics to talk about. So
Yes,
we're gonna
sir.
get straight to it, man. First we got Murky Waters with the 2-piece, no biscuit in the super chat. He say top of the morning, KO and KQ. Salute to you and good morning, Murky. We got Texas DT20 dropping a 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. We appreciate you, bro. Salute to you and thank you so much. All right, KQ. You want to get to it, man?
Oh yeah, man. We'll get to it, man. Yes, sir. All right.
All right, then. Well, first, let's talk about Clarissa Shields. Clarissa
Yes, sir.
Shields was able to defend her undisputed titles in the heavyweight women's division. What did you think of her performance, man, and her getting another W?
Well, my problem was with Clarissa Shields is that she kind of rushed the knockout. I get it. She's at home. And of course her family's there, her friends, cousins, everybody. And the young lady, Daniels, she was tougher than I thought she was because she took everything Shields was throwing. I mean, uppercuts, body shots. And Shields started running out of gas. So she started trying to fight off the ropes. And of course, she did pretty well off the ropes. But then Daniels, as the round went on, she got braver. She got more confidence, but she wasn't hurting Clarissa, but she was throwing more. And so, they put on a good show. They were training, they were stepping to each other. They was in the booth, man, and they was letting their hands go. But Clarissa was just too big for her. She was too big, because we're talking about a young lady that's coming up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. So therefore, she was taking the punches because she got a chin now. She got a head and a chin, So, hey, I gotta shout her out. Daniel did a great job, and Clarissa shouted her out too. So, but still in all, she's still trying to troll Layla Ali. Layla Ali is 50 years old. Why are you still trying to fight this old woman? I get it. You need a legacy on your record because she's the heavyweight division knockout. It's not that many heavyweight women, but maybe 14 in the whole world. So she might have to go down to 154 because Savannah Marsh says she a fighter. So she said she might think about doing that. It's hard to go back down when you went up. So, shout out to Clarissa. She did a great job. But Tony Harrison, man, it's been a good one, man. But I'll see you later, dude. All right? I'll see you later. So that's all I got. That's all I got on
that. Clarissa Shields, man, she gets a lot of criticism, and I have my Clarissa Shields gets a lot of criticism, and I have my criticisms of her as well. But you can't say that the woman can't fight. She can fight her tail off, man, and she showed that again last night. And she's the best women's fighter that we have in the sport of boxing. The issue is, as you said towards the end, there ain't no heavyweight women's boxers. Women's boxing is not nearly as healthy and not nearly as populated as men's boxing, and specifically at the top of the divisions at heavyweight. So she ain't got nobody to fight. So she might want to find a way to lose some weight and see if she can get her way back down to the weight classes where there's actually women fighting in them, because she's running out of ops, man. She's running out. She's running out of ops. She's running out of opponents, and it's so bad that like some of her biggest rivals or some of the biggest people that she's beefing with from a rivalry standpoint, they fighting at 135 and 140 and 130. Women like Alicia Baumgardner and Amanda Serrano, she can't even get in the ring with them because she's too big. So she got to find a way to cut some weight and see if she wants these types of big fights, because I don't think these girls are gonna come up and see her. So it is gonna, it is what it is, but she can't find no competition, and it's kind of a waste of talent. I don't want to say a waste of talent, but it is one of those things where what's left for her to do, because there ain't nobody left for her to fight. The only one I can think of is I want to see her fight Shadasia Green, the lady that just beat Savannah Marshall. That's kind of the last one left. She done beat everybody. So good performance from her. She put on for her city. She did her thing. So salute to Clarissa Shields, the GOAT. Obviously, I think she's the pound for pound #1 women's boxer that we have in boxing, and so she definitely deserves that respect. I see that we got 150 people in here, so please smash the like button. I don't have time to speak to everybody. I appreciate y'all, but I need everybody to hit the like button and get our likes all the way up to over 100 likes if you haven't already. So y'all please hit the like button for KO and KQ. We got Boxing Hacker with the 5-piece in the super chat. He said Clarissa Shields' legacy is bigger than Layla. Layla Ali is mainly built off her father. Clarissa built off her merit. Layla started the beef. It don't matter who started. Old heads always talk noise about young heads, bro. Clarissa ain't got no business trying to fight no Layla Ali.
Right, that's not true.
Say you better than her. Say you this, say you that, but you ain't got no business trying to fight her. Then I was just gonna say that as well. As you just said, KQ. I thought Clarissa started that shit, but it don't matter who started it. Fighting Layla Ali is crazy. Like Layla Ali is 50 years old, like you said, KQ. That don't make no damn sense. But go ahead, man. You got anything else on Clarissa before we move on?
Yeah, I just want to add this also. Layla Ali held her own. She didn't ride off her father's name. She held her own, except for Ann Wolf. Then I think she kind of ducked Ann Wolf, but she held her own. She was a dog. She was a dog in there, so you can't say that. I seen her fight. So ain't no doubt about that. And shout out to Jermaine 419, baby, in that cash app. All right. So That's all
Yeah,
I have.
appreciate you, Jermaine. Showing love to KQ. Appreciate you, bro. Real talk. Thank you so much. You got anything else on her, man? Before we move on.
No, that's about it. I have on Clarissa Shields. Yeah.
All right. So I want to talk about Victor J. Layla is 47 and retired for years, bro. Hopkins continued to fight. Huge difference. Come back again. Why y'all trying to take up for Clarissa trying to beat up a senior citizen, bro? Y'all chill out now. Y'all
I know.
chill that shit out, man. Now let me tell y'all this, man. I want to talk about Bruce Shushu Carrington next because he put on a good performance. And then he called out Rafael Espinoza. What did you think of Shushu in that ring last night, man, as you was calling the fights?
Well, he looked good, but I got some criticism. I like Shushu. I really like the Brooklyn kid, fighting at home and looking pretty good. He's a featherweight. Of course, stay away from Monster. You don't need to be over there. And number two, he was doing everything pretty much correctly. He had him biting off the fangs. He had Garcia biting off the fangs. Not Garcia. He had him biting off the fangs, but I'm sure you just don't have no power. I mean, he can step up his power a little bit, hopefully, but right now he's not. And he was hitting him with everything, 2 pieces, 3 pieces downstairs. Then he had him biting off the feints. He'd feint downstairs like he going downstairs, come up with the right hand, but still he could not get him out of there, and that's what the problem is. Yes, you calling out Espinosa. Espinosa, I think, would beat him or get him a good fight. Let me put it that way. I can't say he would beat him, but he'd get him a good fight. But he did a great job last night. He put on for Top Rank, and cause I think that was their last fight, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
we're gonna talk about them. That was their last ESPN fight. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But um, shout out to Shushu. He's looking good, and cause I'm gonna tell you, knockout, he ain't got too much time, man. He's 28 years of age. So it's kind of like Top Rank moving him a little bit slow, or he got in the game a little bit late. But he's 28 years old, knocking on 30, knocking on the door on 30, and they talking about Tank is a prospect, a 30-year-old prospect. Well, okay, well, Shushu looking like one last night. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, he will get no
Throwing shots at
knockout.
Shushu this early, man. What Shushu do to you, man? What did he do
No,
to
I'm
you, man?
just saying, he had a good fight, man, but it just, the power just wasn't there. That's all. The power wasn't
Yeah,
there.
I think
I was rooting
I
for
think
him,
Hater I think Hater was a tough. Uh-oh. My stuff tripping. Let me turn
bro.
my camera back off. My stuff was tripping.
Okay.
I think Hater is a tough dude. Shushu put on a really good performance.
Okay.
He boxed from the outside. He fought on the inside when he needed to. He did some really good things in the ring. The call out of Rafael Espinoza though, I don't think Rafael Espinoza gives Shushu a good fight. I think he dog walks him. I think he beat Shushu Carrington very, very badly. I think
Yeah.
Shushu can beat a Nick Ball. I think he can handle Angelo Leo. I think Stephen Fulton or somebody like that, or Ray Vargas. Since Stephen Fulton is supposed to be moving up, I think those are all fights that are winnable fights for him. But I
Mhm.
think if he gets in there with Rafael Espinoza, I think it could get real ugly for him. Rafael Espinoza is a problem, man.
Wow.
He's a problem. Like for sure, for sure. I think he's the best featherweight in boxing that we have, but he's a top ranked fighter. Shushu is a top ranked fighter. Shushu called him out confidently, said he wanted to fight next. I see no reason why that fight shouldn't be able to happen, man. So
Right.
salute to him. Really, really good performance. I think Rafael Espinoza is too long and he fights too good on the inside. He's like a what's the word, bro? He's like Sebastian Fundora, but more athletic with better eyes and just he's just like him in the featherweight division, except he moves better. He has better feet and he got better defense. He's a problem, man. All the advantages that we see Sebastian Fundora have at 154, he has those at featherweight. I don't see nobody doing anything with Rafael Espinoza anytime soon. Do you got anything else on Shushu though?
No, like I said, and you're right. He did fight a good fight. The only problem I have with him is just that the power, because he was hitting him with everything. and no,
Yeah.
and the stuff he was hitting him with, he should at least got wobbled or hurt. But then again, Hedda was a good fighter. He took a lot of good shots. He wasn't undefeated for no reason. So but of course he took the O win last night. Now he has one defeat on his record. But he'll bounce back, I believe. So it was a good fight. It was a good fight while it lasted. Salute to drink more water. What's going on?
It
What's up,
was,
Drake?
and as
Okay.
far as what's up, Drink? And as far as like Shushu's next move, he is the WBC interim champion, is the homie put in the chat. And Nick Ball, he's promoted by someone else, and he's the IBF champion or the WBA champion. I don't really see that happening. Angelo Leo, I don't really see that happening. I think the two realistic fights are Espinoza, who's the WBO champion, and he's a top ranked fighter though, so they can make that fight easily, or the Ray Vargas fight, because Ray Vargas is the WBC champion in recess. Fulton is the WBC champion, but Fulton's moving up to fight O'Shaquie Foster. That's one of the worst kept secrets in boxing. Once they announce the PBC's next card, if it's gonna be the Tank Roach card, if Tank is able to get rid of these legal troubles coming up, then he'll probably be on that card. So the two realistic fights, I think, for Shushu to get his title shot opportunity, probably gonna be Ray Vargas for a vacant since Fulton is moving up, or likely gonna be Rafael Espinoza for his WBO. That would be my doggone my prediction for him. Do you got anything else on him though?
No, that's all I have on that one, man. Yeah. So, but he did some
Okay.
good stuff.
All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about some out the ring stuff real quick. Well, not out the ring, but let's talk about some news in boxing. So Shakur Stevenson called out Temalifu over the weekend, and Temalifu said, "Be careful what you ask for." What do you think of that? What's your thoughts surrounding Shakur Stevenson calling out Temalifu Lopez, man?
Now, first of all, Shakur, I don't know why he calling out any damn body, because he's gonna be out the ring till next year. So you expect him to wait till next year for you? I mean, Shakur, see, that's the problem that Shakur has. He calls out and say this and say that, but it never comes to fruition in the ring and out the ring. Now, of course, he had injured himself fighting Zepeda. Of course, he said his hands and hurting. He'll never do that again. Of course, he's not. All right, because take him, be on his ass. So therefore, he said he will be out to early 2026. So why are you calling out Teofimo Lopez? He need to fight somebody. That's what he need to do. He need to be quiet and fight somebody. That's what he need to do. But then again, now if that fight comes to fruition, let's say next week, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 8 weeks from now, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a fight that need to be had. And I think both guys, one is a top-ranked fighter, one's a former top-ranked fighter. And I think that fight can be made easily because Shakur believes he's the best lightweight in the world until Teofimo Lopez believes that he can beat anybody in the world. So let's see it happen. Let's make it happen. Both of you all can prove to us who's the best. So let's see what happens with that. Because you got to think about it. Until is very athletic. He's very athletic, and he knows how to change angles, spin around, and jump from side to side. And so Shakur is pretty much a straight boxer, a straight defensive fighter, and that would cause him to have a problem with Teo. Because Teo would change angles and jump from side to side, just do all kind of athletic stuff. And Shakur is just not that athlete. He's just not like that. So he just a pure boxer. So that's how I see it, man. And I would like to see the fight. I think that's a good fight too. So let's see what happens. So
shout out to Tim Carey. Shout out to my dog Tim Carey, not Jim Carrey, 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He said absolutely nothing. He just showing love to the channel. I appreciate you, man. Okay, so you would have Temalifu in that fight, or you would say it'd be a tough fight for Shakur, and
yeah,
it's a good fight. And so that's what you think of the call out. I'm going in a different direction, KQ. This is where I'm
Okay.
at with Shakur and Temalifu calling out. What I want to know is, how is this him doing everything he can to get the Tank fight? Because Shakur Stevenson said, I will do everything I can to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. I am a small 135 pounder. I want to be the greatest lightweight of all time. I will sign with PBC in order for a one-fight deal in order to get the Tank fight. The Tank fight is the biggest fight in the world. My hit list is Tank Davis, Lamont Roach, and Andy Cruz. What I would like to know is, how does calling out Temalifu get you closer to any of those goals? That's what I want to know. Like, that is my thoughts of it. And this is my problem. Shakur fans like to call me a hater. My problem is he's consistently inconsistent, bro. He's consistently inconsistent. What he should be doing is saying, hey, Jay Prince, Josh Dubin, reach out to Tank's team. Reach out to Lamont's team. Are they still fighting? Oh, they are? Let's see if we can get in negotiations with both of them to see if we can get the winner. Oh, they not fighting no more? Okay, cool. Well, give me Lamont Roach. Oh, they not fighting no more? Let me see if I can get Tank. How does this get him any closer to the things he claimed he wanted, bro? That's what I want to know. And the answer is it doesn't. But instead of saying that, I'm getting comments like, by trying to fight the best, 100 RBZ, let's just talk to each other because we cannot answer KO's questions. That's all I'm getting here, bro. If you want to know what the problem is, bro, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like this, bro. You say you want something. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Then when it comes time to actually do it, you got a whole nother thing that you can do. He's like some of these content creators. He's throwing a bunch of shit against the wall. So then when he decides to do something, he can say, well, I said I was going to do it. It's just like when they tell you Tank is training hard. Tank is not training hard. Tank is fully focused. Tank is not focused. Tank is going to retire. He's not going to retire. The tickets ain't selling. The tickets are selling. So that way, when whatever happens, they can say, I told you, man, I'm the greatest source ever. I told you it was going to happen. The same shit Shakur is doing, bro. I want Tank Davis. It's the biggest fight in the world.
Y'all laughed at me.
I want Temalifu.
They had something to say. I don't mean to interrupt, but they had something to say when I said, man, Shakur, what he need to do is sign a 2-fight deal with PBC if he want to fight Tank. Because his free agency is over with Eddie. But then everybody say, what do you mean 2-fight deal? I read the chat. I didn't say no, but I read the chat. I saw what y'all was saying. You know, I can't pinpoint which one was saying it, but y'all laughed at me. Now, did what happened? He want to fight Tank at over in PBC, but it don't sound like it. It sounds like he going in another direction. Okay, go ahead, Knock. I'm sorry.
And it ain't even got to be about Tank. We did a whole y'all. Everybody was excited. He did his whole hit list. Nigga, I want Tank, Roach. I want Andy Cruz. Just if I could fight anybody, I want them. I want to be the greatest lightweight of all time. Let me go ahead and call out somebody from another division. Like y'all cool with that. Like that's y'all though, bro. That's y'all. Niggas be calling facts hating and this would be fair if Tank was free. Like
all the time. Y'all just
bro, this is the same thing he did. This is the same thing the young man did when he was a free agent the last time, bro. But y'all go ahead and ride with it, bro. Y'all go ahead and ride with it. Y'all do y'all thing. When he goes somewhere else that don't got none of the fights y'all claim he want, I don't want to hear shit, bro. Shout out Andy Gill with the 2-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. Matias out here stepping and standing 10 toes. What do you think of that? Yeah, we can talk about Matias real quick. He slapped the shit out of Temalifu. Why don't nobody want to fight Matias, man? What's going on with that, man? what you think of Subriel Matias over there slapping folks, man?
Yeah, Matias, man. That dude, I mean, they called him what they call him?
The boogeyman?
Yeah, the boogeyman, right. And I think he got an attitude. You talk shit, he gonna slap the shit out of you. Right? And that's what he did. And he ain't forgot the racist comments. Cause if you look in the mirror, he is a black man. And of course, T.O. with all the antics he's doing, Of course, Terrence Crawford fell for it, but we didn't fall for it. Matias didn't fall for it. We know he was full of shit, and he slapped the shit out of him for that. Because sometimes you just can't talk to a real man. A real man is not gonna let you talk like that in front of him. A real man gonna slap the shit out of you, and that's what he did. And
And
he
then
didn't. He couldn't get a good one on him because people were in the way though. But he would try.
Yeah. He pulled up on Richardson Hitchens as well.
Oh yeah. See what I
Yeah,
mean?
last night. Yeah.
Some people just don't play that shit. All right. Some people just don't play that, that racist or talking that smack, and we see from the internet, all that. No, you better be careful what you say, because you never know who you might run into and where you might run into, man. So, and of course, Tio should know better. You're talking to another fighter, most likely you're gonna run into a fighter at a fight, so, and that what happened. So he ran into Terrence Crawford, but he was scared of Terrence Crawford, so he changed it up. But yeah, uh, um, he should have slapped the shit out of him. He should have slapped the shit out of him twice, no, 3 times. So he gonna learn. He gonna learn. So, but but that's all. That's all I have on it. I forgot what we was.
What I know about Temalifu and Richardson Hitchens, they don't wanna fight Subriel Matias. They don't wanna fight that man. Hitchens already ducked him once when he was his mandatory when Matias was an IBF champion the first time. And Temalifu don't wanna fight him. And the reason they don't wanna fight him, KQ, is because they don't have no power to keep him up off of him. And they gonna have to sit there and they gonna have to dog it out with that man. Just the same way Alberto Puello had to. Alberto Puello, yeah, he fought well the second half of that fight. He had to go through the fire though to try to compete with Subriel Matias. And Hitchens ain't built like that, in my opinion, bro.
No.
I don't think he built for that. I don't think Temalifu is either. And I think if I had to say though, I think Temalifu would have a better chance because he's more athletic and a little bit better counterpuncher. But I think Hitchens is in trouble in that fight, and I think he know it. But I hope they fight him because he is a champion. I mean, the 4 champions at 140, they need to fight, bro.
Yeah.
They really do need to fight. You got Puello, I mean, you got Matias, you got Gary Antoine, you got Hitchens, and you got Temalifu. Those are some really, really good fights.
Right.
At 140 pounds. And it looks like nobody's really chomping at the bit to fight Gary Antoine or Subriel right now. So those two need to fight each other.
Yep.
They need to fight each other, man, because I think they the best two at that division right now. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, Subriel Matias out here stepping the fools, got fools running around. You know what I mean? Got fools running around here acting scary as hell, man. So we'll see what happens though, man. You got anything else on that before we move on?
You know what? You hit it right on the head, and I was thinking what you were saying. Listen, these guys don't seem like they're in a hurry to fight each other. But Gary Antoine, one thing about it, Gary Antoine is a problem, and Subriel Matias is a problem. And you're right; they should fight each other, and unify. Then get the other little 2 guys and make them fight, or go another direction or move up. So that's what I think, So, and that would be a good fight too. With Subriel Matias, a big puncher, come forward, take a punch and keep on coming. And you got Gary Antoine, change angles, southpaw, and use his angles and big brute. He go in there and they go in there and tussle it out. They right there in the booth. They both letting their hands go. And Subriel, he can take a punch and he can give one too. So, man, that would be a great fight. That would be an exciting fight. So, man, that could potentially be one of the fights of the year, if that can happen. So
we had KQ, one of the most exciting prospects in boxing. We had him put on a really good performance last night as well. Emiliano Vargas got the first round knockout over his opponent. What do you think of Emiliano Vargas, man? What did you think what he did last night, man?
Man, when that happened, man, I was calling that fight. I was like, man, because when I saw him coming in, I'm like, man, Vargas, man, because I seen his father fight,
Yeah.
But Vargas is getting better. He's getting better and better. And these guys are young. Xander, 22. I mean, look at Vargas. He's 21 or 22, and he's looking great. Now, the knockdown, he caught him right there with a straight right on the jaw, and man, he's looking good. He's looking good. He's training good. He's staying in the gym, and man, and I like it. Then I look over there. I see who Abdullah Mason. How old is he now? He's 21.
21.
Right.
21, yeah.
Yeah. So all these young guys, and that's why I hate what Turkey's doing. Because all these young guys, man, they coming up now. And they are making some damn noise. They are coming up and they're letting their hands go. And they are now getting more exciting. And that brings more casual fans to the sports. So I ain't mad. I ain't mad what I'm seeing right now. So but yeah, I like to see all these young guys mix it up, so but that's all I got, man.
Yeah, I thought it was a good performance. He did what he had to do with what's in front of him. I think that these tweeners, man, these guys like Shakur Stevenson is a tweener. Like he's kind of with Tank in them era, but he's also
Right.
like young enough to where he can probably see one of these guys. Keyshawn Davis is a tweener. Who else, bro? Devin Haney, 26 years old. He's a tweener. These tweeners, they better watch out for guys like Abdullah Mason and Emiliano Vargas, man. Them boys coming.
Yeah.
Them boys coming. Like them. Everybody think that okay, yeah, once the generation in front of me get done, it's gonna be Shakur era, or it's gonna be this person era, or it's gonna be like I better watch out for them two young boys right there, man. Abdullah Mason and Emiliano Vargas, them boys problems.
Yeah.
Them boys no problem because they tall and they long, and like you said, the most important thing, they letting them hands go, man.
Yeah.
They letting them hands go with this. This ain't none of that. This is the era. So the era we in right now is the post Floyd Mayweather era.
Yeah.
Them boys coming in the era after that where they getting back to throwing them hoes, bro. They not trying to implement what Floyd do. They not trying to be the next Floyd Mayweather. They out here throwing them things, man.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. They throwing the things. Like they not starting off, 14-0 with 5 knockouts. You know what I mean? 15-0 with 4 knockouts. Now they coming out here stepping on shit. Like 15-0 with 13 knockouts, 18-0 with 16 knockouts, and still showing a jab, counter punching ability, footwork. Like they out here. Be careful. All I'm gonna tell you is be careful.
Yeah.
Because you can't. Emiliano Vargas and Abdullah Mason, they gonna be in all the weight classes that some of your favorites gonna be in the whole time. Keyshawn Davis, wherever he get to, Abdullah and Emiliano gonna be right there. Devin Haney, wherever he get to, they gonna be right there. And the thing about Devin, he probably ain't going up to 154 or nothing like that. So they gonna be right there. Brian Norman Jr., yeah, they gonna be right there with you coming up. So yeah, good luck. Because these boys can fight. Emiliano looked good last night. He looked real good last night. It was only 30 or 45 seconds. And the dude had already been knocked out multiple times in his career. So I'm not putting too much on it. But I just like when you do what you're supposed to do to who you're supposed to do it to, KQ. If you in there with a bum, you supposed to make them look like a bum. If you in there with somebody with no chin, you supposed to make it look like they ain't got no chin. Like, I love that, bro. So that's all I got on it, man. I ain't got nothing else. We got 260 people in the building. Y'all please get the likes of 200 if you haven't already, man. Run them likes all the way up. You got anything else on that, KQ?
Yeah, show your love. Hit the like button and hit the cash out for knockout. All right, he's working hard too. Now, I just want to say this: Emiliano Vargas, he ain't one coming out there to fill out. It wasn't no filling out round. He wasn't coming out there to see what he bringing. He came out there letting his hands go. He walked right to him. He went right to him, baby, and started letting his hands go. And next thing you know, bam, bam, bam. Wow, thank you, ma'am. And then he was out of there. So man, I had hats off to him. He didn't waste no time. He wasn't trying to fill out rounds. So hey, man, my hat go off to him, the young brother. So keep it up. So that's all I got.
Yes, sir. Shout out my dog Beezy with the 2-piece in the super chase. Say, what you think about Rohan? I think he just okay. He talking about Rohan Polanco. He took on Quentin Randall on that same top rank card. What did you think of that performance, man? What'd you think he did?
Polanco, he was okay. But where's the power at again? Polanco, was going downstairs to the body, and but it just there was no power there. You know, it wasn't. It just wasn't no power there with Polanco. So I'm trying to think of the fight real well, but I do remember Polanco, coming back with counter punches, and but still, it just wasn't a power there, and but no, it is what it is, what I can remember, So, but it caused so many fights yesterday, man. But yeah, so but that's all I got on it. Knockout. I can't speak on it.
He got some good power. He's very explosive. He's a former Olympian, very talented. I
Mhm,
put Polanco kind of where I'm at with like Tiger Johnson. Like
mhm,
you can see that he got some talent or whatever, but it just seemed to be something missing a little bit. You know what I mean? Something missing a little bit. Like he just don't seem like if he get to the next level, he gonna be able to beat the guys at the top. But he's like right there up under him type of stuff. Like kind of like Tiger Johnson. Like they look fast, they look explosive, they got the good amateur pedigree, they got the skills or whatever. But when you watch them fight, they just don't do what you think they should do to who you think they should do it to. Now, Quentin Randall is a tough opponent, bro. A
mhm,
really tough opponent. A really good fighter, but he makes it look tough, and I get that, and he knows how he's kind of
mhm.
like Nahir Albright, who can give you a tough fight, who's not is not
Right.
gonna be easy to knock out, but just has a little something missing. But I just feel like if Rohan was really on that level, I think he'd be more dominant in fights like that. So I think he's a good fighter. I just think if you put him in there, he's a welterweight.
Mhm.
So I think if you get him in there with the top of the division, like a Brian Norman, I think you'll see some separation. To be honest with you, but he's a player at 147. 147 needs new players because it's really, really a dead zone right now. So we'll see what happens with him, man. Shout out Victor with the 5-piece. No biscuit in the super chat. He says, as you say, KQKC. Yeah. Appreciate
Appreciate
that, OG Vic. Appreciate you, man. You got anything else on him though before I move on?
No, 'cause I was trying to think of which one that was, because I got
It
confused
was
with
the last fight. It was the last fight on the prelim.
right. So I'm still trying to picture it, but just go ahead. Let's
All
go
right.
to the next one.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about your boy, man. Let's talk about your boy Xander, man. He became a
Woo.
world champion last night. That's one of your favorites. What'd you think of the performance?
Well, like I say, I try to keep it down the middle, right? Even though he's my favorite fighter, I still got some criticism. All right. First of all, don't look like Tony Montana, man. Cut that hair. All right. Like you about to bring in a kilo of heroin. Okay. I mean, you want cut that hair again, man. But anyway, Xander was on his bike last night. Of course, Garcia was pressing the action. Garcia punches, they were slow. They was long and slow. And Garcia, it seemed like he had a little kind of tick in his, no, a kind of crooked form. But Xander was letting his hands go, using that athleticism and moving to the left, move to the right. He did a lot of moving last night because he didn't want to get hit with them big long arms because Garcia got a longer reach. And of course, Xander pretty much going downstairs, going upstairs, hit him with a left, hit him with a right, going downstairs. I mean, he brought out the whole arsenal. And guess what? He couldn't get him out of there. He couldn't get him out of there. Now, he was piecing him up. Yes, he was. But Garcia just came on back and then brought it right back to the center of the ring. And then once again, they go right back at it. Then Garcia bull rushing. Now he bull rushing Xander. And of course, Xander on his bike, jump out, clinch. Clinch again, clinch again, clinch again, clinch again. He didn't want no inside action last night. He didn't want that bum rushing. He didn't want to fight on the inside. He didn't want no ugly fight last night. So Xander wanted a nice, cool, straight up boxing fight last night. And sometimes you just can't have that. You got to make adjustments. You got to make adjustments when your opponent come up in there and change the game plan or whatever he brings. You got to be ready for whatever a fighter brings to the table. And of course, Xander, but he pretty much started timing him as he was coming in. Garcia was coming in kind of reckless, so therefore Xander started timing him. Bam, with one, got out. Straight left, got out. And then, of course, he got back on that bike. Then stop and fire. And then brought it back to the center of the ring. So he did hold, but not enough to get points taken away. See, when you hold, excessive holding, that's when you get points taken away. Now, of course, Xander, what he was doing, he was fighting. And then when he got too close and he bum rushing, then he'd clinch. Because a lot of people thought he should got a point taken away. I said, no, you can't get a point taken away and you're still fighting and you're not doing too much holding. But excessive holding, yes, I can see that. But of course, he opened up. But Xander did a great job. He did a great job. And he's only 22 years of age. So that's another one that pretty much is young. And now he's at 154. He's a big guy now. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he can polish his skills up and, man, take on these big hungry lions up there. Because 154 is a man. Looked like 147 2-3 years ago. So, man, yeah. I can't wait to see what he gonna do next. That's it.
I think Xander put on a really good performance. He showed some good boxing skills, good counter punching ability. He showed some really good footwork in spots. He got some talent, man. Xander got some talent. He don't have no pop on his punches really. He don't really punch hard, but man, he got some skills and he's willing to fight. And he got some real good footwork. You can tell he's been fighting for a long time. However, unfortunately for me, I think he just came up. I think he's just in the wrong era, KQ. I really, if maybe it was another era in another weight class, if he could find a way to make 147, I think he could reign supreme and he'd have a chance to beat all of those guys. But he's just in the wrong era. Like guys like Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Boots Ennis, Sebastian Fundora, Bakram Murtazaliev. Like he just in the wrong weight class in the wrong era, bro. It's too many. It's them some shark infested waters, man.
Yeah.
This some shark infested water. And now he champion now. So now you gotta start fighting guys like that. Like them is the ones you're gonna have to get in there with. And I just don't. I have Xander probably. I got Xander. He probably like the fifth or sixth best 154 pounder in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think he like fifth or sixth. And then I think if you put him in the ring with guys like Bahachuk, that's an interesting fight. You put him in there with like a Erickson Lubin, that's an interesting fight. If Jermell Charlo comes back, your guy, he'd be another player in that division. So it's hard, man. It's gonna be a hard road keeping that belt, defending that belt, unifying that belt. I really, really believe that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with him. And kind of how he moves forward. But I see people bringing up Sebastian Fundora. Nah, bro. Nah. Nah. And you know who you really like. Jaron Boots in his Virgil and them. Like, nah, fam.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not. Because he got a good jab, but they can jab right there with him. And then he got some good footwork, but them boys be explosive out there. Them boys really dogs for real. Like it's tough. It's gonna be a tough one. But I don't think he'll be champion that long, KQ. I think they can get him some defenses in, but against some different opponents or whatever. But once he starts really fighting the top guys in the division, I think it could get real, real dicey for him, man. But good performance last night, and congratulations to him, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, 154 is deep, man. Deep right now. I mean, they got some hitters up there. They can punch up there. Now I don't know what Bud Crawford gonna do. I know he's gonna go back down, and which I doubt, cause he's just too big now. So he just won't go down 2 weight classes. That ain't gonna happen. But still, you still got great hitters down there. Jaron Ennis is moving up now to 154. Now, I'm not for sure, but we can talk about that next if you want to.
What's that? Go ahead.
About him re-signing. With
Boots re-signing with Eddie Hearn. Yeah, what you think of that? Go ahead. Yeah,
man, I think that's crazy.
Why, man?
Because Eddie is not doing anything for him. He's not fighting anyone. I mean, what are you gonna try to do? Move Conor Ben up to fight him? Because Eddie is just focused on the UK. He's not focused on America. I mean, and then Boots is not getting the big fights that he deserves or that he should get. You know, so but Eddie, Eddie is for the UK only. And of course, he's gonna have him fighting over in Riyadh season. And of course, your fans, the Philly fans, they can't see him. And so on Boots, he not gonna fight no Brian Norman no way soon. Why? Because Eddie gonna block it. Eddie gonna block that fight. So man, but I just don't like the way Eddie moving him right now. He's starting to fight guys that just basically UK guys, really. So he's 154. He should be fighting them guys at 154. Maybe Fondor or something like that. I don't know, but still, it's a bad idea to resign back with him because Eddie's gonna put a stop to a lot of fights, like he been doing already. So that's what I have a problem with.
Eldo, what's up, homie? I think Eddie. I actually think Eddie tried for Boots, man. I think he tried for him. He sent offers down at welterweight. He got him to stand on this fight. He
Okay.
packed out some arenas for him and actually put money in there. Eddie didn't do shit for Shakur Stevenson. He kept throwing Shakur Stevenson on turkey cards and not putting no money up on him and all that shit. But he did some. He's trying to make fights for Boots. He's trying to negotiate for Boots. The thing is, that I don't like about it though, they got to get on the same page because Eddie constantly says shit in the media that makes Jaron Boots Ennis look bad. So if they can get in on that, then I'd be cool with it. And he's gonna have to understand this too, in my opinion. If you sign Eddie Hearn, you're gonna have to go ahead and bite that bullet. You're gonna end up having to work with Turkey, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up having to work with Turkey because every time Turkey come a call and Jaron Boots Ennis don't be taking the fight, bro.
Yeah.
Eddie not gonna go outside. I think that's, to me, if there's a criticism, bro, that's the thing is Eddie not gonna go outside of what Turkey want him to do. Right. So all of this, we not gonna take the Virgil offer that Turkey got. We gonna try to make the Virgil fight ourselves and make it here in America. I don't know how cool Turkey gonna be with no shit like that, man. Yeah. I don't think he gonna be cool with that. And then that's what could keep him from getting fights. Because when Eddie's given the opportunity, he gonna be loyal to Turkey. Because Turkey is putting a lot of money in the matchroom boxing. So those would be the two things that I would say. Like, you and Eddie got to get on the same page because he be saying shit to make you look bad. And if you're gonna be with Eddie, that come with probably working with Turkey if you want these big fights. Because Eddie is trying to loan his fighters out and put them on Turkey card so he can just get money off of them. And then the last thing I would say about him being with Turkey, being with Eddie Hearn is, I don't know if I would trust him to make Boots the star that I think Boots Ennis could be. Because he had Andrade, he couldn't make him a star. He had Devin Haney, he couldn't make him a star. He had Shakur Stevenson, he didn't build him up in any way. Like, Eddie's not good at building American fighters, bro.
No,
so
right. Okay.
So good luck with that. Good luck with that. But he made his decision. He made his bed. We'll see what happens. I hope he gets fights.
Yeah.
Hope he gets fights because, like you said, what 154-pound fighter signed to Eddie Hearn? I can't criticize Shakur Stevenson for signing to these places where it ain't no fighters for him to fight and then not be looking at Boots. All the 154-pounders, they not really over there. You got one champion in Top Rank. You got another champion over there with the PBC. And then you got Golden Boy fighters and then people that's dealing with, like, other promoters and stuff like that. Like, Eddie ain't really got no 154-pound stable like that, man.
No.
So how you gonna get fights, bro?
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but not a fan of this move at all, man.
Now, I like what L Dub saying up there. What he said, Boots re-signing with Matchroom is smart. Yeah, it's smart. He is guaranteed a higher guaranteed for all his fights. Good move.
Yeah, for the money. For the money, is it a good move for the fights though? Yeah, I agree with that. Eddie gonna give him a guarantee, but can Eddie get him the fights? He couldn't get him for him at 147.
Right.
So yeah, he's right, 100% right. And shout out to the homie L Dub. Y'all go check out his channel for sure. But I'm talking about the fights. I don't care how much money he make. That's what I'm on. How does signing to Eddie get him closer to the Fundora fight? How does signing to Eddie get him closer to the Xander fight? The only way I see that stuff happening is if Turkey's involved. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Chris Delusion. This guy Chris Delusion, and he's one of the biggest American stars when he was with Eddie. Who told you that? You know, I mean, okay. All right, go ahead. Go to the next.
He had to leave Eddie to get his biggest fights, bro.
Yeah.
Eddie didn't get him no fights either.
Nah.
Eddie was giving him JoJo Diaz, and they had Ryan Garcia over there under the same network. He couldn't get him that fight. He was fighting Linares and Gamboa and shit like that. Like, stop, bro.
Right. Now
Cut
he's
that
an
shit out,
underground fighter. So,
anyway, man, Asante L, what's up, homie? Look, so let's move to this, man. Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley was doing an interview, and he said that Tank Davis is done with boxing and that he will lose to Manny Pacquiao. You have people saying that Tank Davis should retire. You have people calling for Tank Davis to be stripped of his title. What's your thoughts on all this growing Tank hate, man? What's going on, bro?
Well, I think now they send the light of day. They send the light of day what we said about Turkey from the beginning. Remember, everybody, he's the face of boxing. He's the face of boxing. But now, Turkey telling y'all asses, he gonna pay y'all $125 per round. Per round. And then he gonna give y'all $25,000 in medical insurance. But you gotta use it in 48 hours or you don't get nothing. So that means if you break your jaw, that's your $25,000 right there. So now they see the light. Now they see what Turkey trying to do. He's not taking the Muhammad Ali Act away. He's amending it, right? He's adding an amendment to it. So he's trying to gut it from the outside in, or from the inside out. So now everybody see that. But now everybody see that Tank was right. Now, of course, everybody still want to be like Tank. And now Tank shouldn't be stripped. No, you only strip someone when they've been out the game for about 2 years, or just like Jamel Charlo. He went outside of the governing body by going and fighting Canelo. So they stripped him soon he stepped in the ring. You strip him like that. You don't strip nobody for still fighting. And Tank fought this year. So I mean, come on. Anybody with logical goddamn common sense should know that. If you know boxing, or at least you're pretending, I mean, come on, let's think about it. So you got a lot of fighters that only fought once a year. Terrence Crawford, Gary Russell Jr. All right, let's think about it. So no, ain't no way Tank should be stripped at all. Yeah, sure, he got some legal problems, okay? But think about it. It's only $1,000 bond. And trust me, I know. I've been to the penitentiary years ago. I know what a $1,000 bond is. That means it's a slap on the wrist. So he's not about to do life in prison. He's not about to do 6 months in jail. All right? So please, y'all stop all that goddamn hating, all right? And then you turn around and call people cheerleaders and this and like that. Who's the biggest cheerleader than these Devin Haney goddamn channels? Huh? They doing nothing but cheerleading for his ass. And going out to dinner with him. So please, let's stop with the bullshit. Stop with the bullshit, okay? Man. But that's what I think about it. That's what I think about it. I think that this young man is still crawling and getting under their skin. Why? Because he's always packing in stadiums, doing, the same old, packing in stadiums. People love him. People love him, how exciting he is. He getting knockouts. He packing the seats. He breaking records. He's selling tickets. Should I go goddamn on? Huh? Really? I mean, do I have to go through this every day? And then PBC. I'm sorry, PBC. They said they were going broke. PBC, PBC don't need nobody. PBC doesn't need anybody. They still putting on great fights. All right? They didn't flop. How PBC gonna flop? All right? In 2 days. All right? That fight, I remember last week with Fondor and Tim Zhu. They said, they did bad. In 2 days, how you know that? All right? That's what I call clickbaiter. All right? That's what I call a clickbaiter. That's what they are. So please, Y'all stop with that and keep it down the middle, right? If they did bad, okay, so yeah, they didn't do so good on this one, and that's it. Move the fuck on, that's all. Move on. All right, it's not the end of the world. Now, if Tank should happen to lose or something like that, oh well, he fight the next day. At least he get to live to fight the next day. I mean, come on, give me a goddamn break. Y'all stopped all that damn hating. It's only boxing. It's only boxing, y'all. That's all I got.
Yeah, so as far as like what Tim Bradley said about Tank being in 1 foot out and 1 foot in on boxing, I don't think you can be 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but I think one lead up to one fight doesn't mean that the man has been unfocused his entire career. And people have the ability to refocus. People have the ability to be motivated again. And since that fight with Lamont Roach, all reports were that he was focused, that he was back locked in, he was going into the immediate rematch, and he had a chip on his shoulder, and he felt like he had a whole lot to prove. And then he got derailed because of what happened with him and his baby mother on Father's Day. So there's no evidence to support other than one lead up to a fight that he has 1 foot out of the sport of boxing. As a matter of fact, immediately after the fight, he said his retirement plans changed. So I think that people are just looking for something with that. As far as him losing to Manny Pacquiao, I don't even want to think about that because that's not even a fucking fight I want to see. Tim Bradley, like, because all Tim Bradley would do, all Tim Bradley would do, and all anybody else would do is they would say the fight is trash, which it is. They would criticize and watch the fight and be rooting for Manny Pacquiao to beat Tank Davis' ass, bro. No one wants to see Tank Davis fight a 37-year-old Manny Pacquiao. We want to see Tank Davis fight the Lamont Roach rematch. We want to see Tank Davis fight a Shakur Stevenson. We want to see him fight a Temalifu Telefimu. We want to see him fight those fights, bro. We don't want to see him fighting fucking Manny Pacquiao, bro. So I don't even want to think about that. But to think that Manny's going to beat him after how Manny looked against Mario Barrios, your ass is just hating. And then what you said about him being stripped. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Okay, it didn't come up. Up here it comes. Excuse me, y'all. What you said about him being stripped, I agree with wholeheartedly. Yeah, my bad. What you said about him being what you said about him being stripped, I agree wholeheartedly, bro. It's like he just fought in March. We don't know what's gonna happen with his case. If you preemptively appreciate it, WMS, if you preemptively strip him right now, what if he gets off? Then you stripped him for no reason. If you strip him right now and he only gets probation and he's still allowed to fight, then you stripped him for no reason. If you strip him right now and he gets and they drop the charges because his baby mama refused to testify, then you stripped him for no reason. The only way people are calling for him to be stripped right now is just because they hate him, bro.
Right.
And here's my thing, right? Lamont Roach hasn't defended his 130-pound title in damn near a year, and he has no plans on going back to 130 pounds. Where are the calls for him to be stripped?
Exactly.
Terrence Bud Crawford, he got stripped of his secondary title, but he's still the WBA champion at 154 pounds right now. And everybody knows for a fact he's going to fight at 168 pounds in his next fight. And he has like 8 fights in the last 8 years. Where's everybody calling for him to be stripped of his 154-pound WBA title? For me, bro, it's the picking and choosing, fam. You got guys that have been way more inactive that you know for a fact aren't going back to those weight classes to defend those belts.
Yeah.
And you're not, and people aren't calling for them to be stripped, but you don't know what's going on with Tank, and you call for him to be stripped. It's hate, bro. It's a agenda to try to denigrate that young man and make that young man look bad, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah,
because it makes no sense. We know Lamont Roach is not going back to 130, y'all. So why ain't nobody calling for him to be stripped? This nigga is calling out 140 pounders, 147 pounders.
Yeah.
And the one person that wanted to fight him at 130, Gary Russell Jr., he said, I don't want to fight him. But he should keep his 130 belt. And he already had a fight in another weight class, bro. Tank Davis just fought in the same weight class for the same belt 4 months ago. But he should be stripped. This shit sounds crazy, bro. crazy. It's just as bad as calling for him to retire. Niggas just don't like him, and that's okay.
Right.
But calling for somebody to quit or calling for somebody to not have a title just because you don't like them, that's some hating ass shit, bro. That's
Yeah.
some hating ass shit. I can't abide it, bro. I'll never abide no shit like that. We got Boxing Hacker back in the super chat with the 5-piece. And he said he directed this at you, so I'll let you respond to it. He says, KQ, you hate Dev like no other, but cry when people criticize Tank. Come on, OG. It makes sense that people speculate. Tank seems not focused in boxing. I'm gonna let you respond to that because he was talking to you.
Yeah. And first of all, I don't hate on Devin Haney, all right? Because he's younger than my son. So why would I hate on a young man? I criticize him because I have that right. I have an opinion. I have that right. And what I do say is true. Yes, he does have a pillow of fist hands. Now, am I lying? No, I'm not. All right. Does he have PTSD? Well, he might have. All right. But that's my opinion. And I think he does. All right. Now, another thing. His father is fucking up his career, right? Do you think so? I think so. Now, Tank is a human being. He's a fighter. Now, if he falls or do something wrong, oh, well, I sleep real well that same night. Okay, so don't give me that shit. I keep it straight down the middle. All right? It's no hate. It's called criticism. It's only hate when you all think it's hate. Because you all want me to say everything good. Don't forget, I'm an independent channel. I'm not a paid goddamn channel. Now, that's from them other guys, all right? So I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say the truth. I'm not going to lie on the man. I mean, the man, listen, the man did run. He's Tom and goddamn Jerry at the same time. That's what it is. So I'm sorry. And he ain't married. All right, because I'm a Muslim, and I know one thing. That was a vow of commitment. That wasn't marriage, all right? And yes, he got a restraining order on his ass. I said it. That's true. Now, what is it? That's my opinion, all right? Now, you can look it up, and that's all I got. You go to the next.
All right, yeah, it's 10:30, man. Look, so I'm gonna say this, Marlon, because I see you in the chat, and I'm not doing all of that typing, and I'm not doing videos back and forth. I wasn't even aware that anything like that happened, but I will tell you that I've debated Blue Blood, I've debated everybody on boxing that ever wanted smoke. So if it's smoke, we don't have to. I'm not doing videos back and forth. Just somebody let me know where to be at. That's all. Just let me know where to be at. Just let me know where to be at. Let me know what the topic is, and I'm there. Like I don't do all of that other stuff, bro. Like I'm here to talk boxing. If anybody don't like my opinion or whatever, they don't like what I have to say, homie. Everybody know what's up with me. You know, come over, and come find out. You know what I mean? Everybody knows that. And guess what? It wouldn't be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. Everybody knows what happened the last time. So it wouldn't be the first time, bro. Shout out to Unc Dre's Finest with the 5-piece in the super chat. He says, "What up, family? Knockout in KQ." In chat, you dig? It bring the truth to the matter. Two of the truth to the sport. No more talk. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, Unc Dre's Finest. Do you got anything else, KQ? Before we wrap the show, man?
No, that's about it, man. That's
All
about
right,
it.
let everybody know when you're gonna be live this week, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna be live tomorrow. Yeah, I will be live tomorrow, but I'll be off Tuesday and I'll be live the rest of the week. All right, there you go.
Already.
Mhm.
And for me, I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live obviously Sunday mornings with KQKC. And let me just reiterate again, bro. I ain't got no beef with nobody. But if somebody got beef with me and they don't like what I have to say, y'all know what's up, bro. Like y'all know what it is. We can get it cracking. I just know I'm the best doing this shit, and you're gonna get embarrassed like people always do. So by all means, knockoutboxing86 at Yahoo is the email. And you could just put my name in the title or say, call my name out, and I'll pull up. That's all y'all got to do. Y'all know what it is, bro. We got Andy Gill with the 2-piece in suit that says, KO Bud vacated the title to be number one at 168. Being number one at 168 when you never fought there is crazy work.
Yeah,
But
that's crazy.
but it is what it is. KQ, have a great rest of your weekend. Everybody, y'all have a great weekend. And everybody have a good day at work tomorrow if y'all going to work. Y'all take it easy, man. We out of here. Peace, y'all.
Peace.